oh shit, we started. But like
we good.
Yeah, like doing a book or an app like a homie check-in thing. I don't even know how to really start an app or write a book yet. I mean, Kerry kind of wrote a book. Is it ready?
Is the book ready? The manuscript is pretty ready. It's for the most part ready. But you saying for the check-in though, we could do that like on like Zoom, like we do now. We could just shoot the link out, like because like what you showed me and Nate in that group chat. What was that though?
It was like a mommy. It was like a mommy check-in. It's like basically things you can do to make sure your mental health is good. So I was trying to think like a homie check-in. Like the book is kind of the homie. If you ain't got nobody to talk to, the book can be your source to like go to, almost like a planner. What?
Can y'all hear that?
No.
Mm-hmm. All right, give me a second. Y'all keep talking because I'm hearing double feedback.
Oh, but yeah, it's it's almost like a planner, but it's like a check-in. Like, hey, did you call blah blah blah, or who did you talk to, or what did you do for your mental health? Or I gotta put it together how I really want it, but
I could see that doing something. It's an app out there that's like that where it's not a counselor, but it's like I don't want to say therapy or something, but it's kind of like what you're saying, where you will send something to it, like tell it how you feeling or whatever, and it kind of give you feedback back and forth. So that could be something like more curated to men.
Yeah, homie checking on the homie check-in app.
Yeah, that would be dope. I told y'all. Well, I told Jarrell. I should have told you too, Nate. I'm trying to make an app. Like I'm trying to create an app. So I'm trying to get with an app developer so that everything we create, we put on the app. Like, you know, like kind of like I was trying to do with the Discord. But the Discord, I feel like is more so for like the NFT space. I think. I mean, we could keep trying to get it going, but they do like little conferences on Discord, and they be sending them to like different groups where they'll go and link up and talk about like how to mint different assets and stuff like that. But I want to do an app so that people can go through the app and you look in the app and you say, you know, you got positive affirmations in the app. You got like a network in the app where you got friends and you can message people and all that stuff. Kind of like what Jarrell talking about, the homie hookup, like, or the homie, what'd you say? Check in. Yeah. So we can link up, check in, see how everybody doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just see make sure we good. Cause you know, we don't like to do that. We don't like to talk about it.
So we have to brainstorm that a little bit, man. That could be something for real.
Yeah, gotta get with a developer, gotta make that real. But welcome back to the BLI podcast. It's your boy K Sloan here with my dog.
Jay Jones
and my other homie.
The boy Nate G.
Missing 1/4 of the podcast today. He was busy.
He out there creating space.
Out there creating space. So I'm about to he in Frisco. What you doing out there?
I guess creating space, maybe.
Just work.
Being DeMarcus getting on somebody's nerves.
Yeah, that part. That's good though. That's always good. I'm gonna put the link into the chat. It's been a while, so it's like learning how to ride a bike again. It's been like what, 2 weeks now. So we trying to get back on for January 2022, starting the year 2022 off strong. You know what I'm saying? Positivity, energy, light, leadership, all 2022. These are your guys.
I'm proud of you for getting the date right. Because it's gonna take me a while to do
it. Bro, you're gonna get it, bro. Don't even trip. So once we get that link set out, we're gonna go ahead and get to chopping it. But
what's in that cup?
A little cappuccino.
What kind of cup is it?
Who we got here? A family-owned community coffee.
That's what I like. The first ad of the day.
First ad of the year. Last year, bro, the first podcast we did was with Dr. Raina and Miss Villegas, the teachers. You know that? Fun fact. That's what we did last year.
Check out the archives.
Check out the archives, boy. We was on that joint. Had some prestige on that podcast. Boys was in there. Had to get right. They had more accolades than I got bread for sure. But
Hey, man, before we start, hold on. R.I.P. to John, man. I just played, man, the other day.
R.I.P. to John, man.
R.I.P. to John, man.
R.I.P. Betty White. R.I.P. Dan Reeves.
R.I.P. Man, it's crazy how I feel like we always say R.I.P. during the holidays. It almost seemed like that's when it always ends up happening. It's like we lose all these people during the holidays. It'd be all year. Sometimes you think like, thank God I ain't lose nobody. And then end of the year, it seemed like it all be happening at the same time. I don't know if that's just me or if y'all feel the same way, but that'd be happening a lot.
It's true. Especially like at New Year's. That's the crazy part. She was about to be 100 like later this month. So like in, I think what, 2 weeks or something. But
R.I.P. R.I.P.
That's why it's important to give people their flowers while they can smell them, right?
Got to, bro. You gotta give them.
I feel like Betty White got a lot of praise.
Oh yeah,
things that she's done. I feel like people definitely of our generation really appreciated her. Yeah, that's a good thing. I don't know as much about Dan Reeves. I think football players know Dan Reeves, but he's not always somebody that we hear talked about. Shout out to Dan Reeves.
Oh, from the Falcons.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I know he passed too.
Yeah.
He passed yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Which, I mean, it's probably, respect to him and his family, but it's probably been a little bit overshadowed by the John Madden passing.
Yeah.
Just bigger names here and there, but definitely respect to two great football minds and things like that. So
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Man, RP to everybody that we don't know, that was going during the holidays, or during this time, people have to do the retrospective reflection of, remembering who they did lose during certain holidays. So just, man, everybody, our heart goes out to y'all, and we always want to make sure we celebrate life for those people and for ourselves right now, honoring every day, bro. It's 2022. Like we are here today. We have the moment in front of us. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So we can go ahead and jump on in. So we had.
I think we should start with Jarrell's topic since you just gave us that beautiful segue.
Yeah.
Gotta take advantage when you set it up like that, man.
Take advantage.
Take advantage. Through the alley, gotta catch the oop.
Yeah.
So take advantage. Make 2022 count. My bad, I'm tripping on my words. Make 2022 count. A lot of people do these New Year's resolutions, and I even look. I got a little board that I'm about to write a couple more on right now. But make them count. Different strategies, man. Don't just write them down and sit them somewhere. Put them somewhere you're gonna look at them every day. Even put them on. I see people put them on their mirrors, because you're gonna go in the restroom, you're gonna brush your teeth. Hopefully you look in the mirror. I hope you brush your teeth. But
we hope you brush your teeth.
Hey, get a little board you can tape to your mirror. You can look at them every day. Even if you write little stepping stones for the goal, little objectives to the goal. Check them off. Just find different ways, different strategies to actually achieve your goals in 2022, man. Don't just write them down, let them sit, and then write the same goal in 2023, man. We have to take advantage of our time. You never know when you run out. So we were just talking about that, man. So y'all take advantage of 2022. 2 is my favorite number, so I know something about to go down in 2022. So,
Yeah.
It's real though, man. Take advantage of your opportunities. Like, create the positives in your life is what I would say with them, right? I feel like every year we see on social media people talking about, man, it was such a rough year, all of these L's I took, blah, blah, blah. Got to bounce back. Next year is my year. Take advantage of that, right? Like, actually take the steps, actually do the small things that are going to get you in a position to get those wins and celebrate your wins. Like, we've been talking about that before. Celebrate all of your little wins. And then when you go back and document it, right? So when you go back and you look at the end of the year, it's not just, dang, it was a long 12 months, ups and downs, whatever. You have your ups and downs, but be able to look back at your ups and remember that you can always keep pulling yourself through it.
Facts. I got a question for both of y'all real quick before I tell y'all what I was thinking in regards to this topic. Do y'all still have y'all's goals from 2021? Like, do y'all know what those goals were, and did you make those happen? That's my question for y'all.
In part,
yeah,
but yeah.
But I don't know. I have them in a composition book, and I have them in the backpack. Now, what I haven't done is check them off. Like I said, I need to do, but I do have them. and I started off strong,
Mm-hmm.
checking them off and everything. And as the year came and went, no excuses, no explanations. I stopped checking them off. So
Okay. And then Nate, you said you had yours? Or you don't?
They're
Or you
all up
don't?
here. Yeah, I know
They're
I
all
do
up
a
here.
horrible job with writing stuff down, but
Same.
yeah, they stay on your mind, and that's why I say taking those little steps, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, man, I should be doing X, Y, and Z because that was one of my goals, but
yeah,
I'm not, so
I'm gonna show
not
y'all
perfect
something right
on it,
now.
but
Every day I wake up. Let me see. Hold on, can I flip the camera?
Yeah, you can flip the camera.
Right
Let's
next to
see
my
it. Turn
TV.
me up.
Yeah, trust God. Read before
Yeah.
bed. Work out and stretch. Be a business owner. Discipline. Less social media. Live life. Treat other people's right. I tell when you have bad days, you gotta rate. You can't defeat me. Them bad
Yes,
days.
sir. Yes, sir.
Only y'all can stop me.
Yes, sir.
Earn and give respect. It's not gonna be easy.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's that's little stuff like that. That's like daily things I look at. But like I say, that New Year's list it can get a little long, and like I say, that's in the composition book. But that's something I look at daily. So that's most of my daily goals. So.
No, that's your value. That's your value right there to me. That's your core values. And I got those too. Like I got stuff on my board and I got like people on my walls that like kind of remind me of who I am and what I believe in and stuff like that. And I feel like them goals, like last year's goals, the ones I made, I don't know where I put them. And I know it's powerful to write down goals. And I know that being a person that struggles with planning, I have to have accountability partners in my areas of like my goals to keep me reminded of what exactly specifically I said I was going to do. So I want to add to it. I think this year we should focus on talking more about what we want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it in a way that it brings it into life. Like it makes it personal for us. Because I think if you don't talk about it, you just write it down. Like let's say we write it down now, we put it away, like you said, in your notebook, or like I do, I put it in my phone notes. I'll be able to reference it. Like if I type it in my notes, it'll show up for me. But some of the goals I hit, I didn't even know I wrote them because I forgot. I was just taking the action steps because I knew I was supposed to do certain things, to which got me to certain places. But I think when we live our life through our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, bro, I feel like that's when, like if I'm day to day, I wake up tomorrow, I make a goal to say that I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. I wake up tomorrow and I go back to my job. It's like I get used to working. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta keep reminding myself, you also are an entrepreneur. You also gotta take care of your taxes and do things like keep your receipts and stuff like that. But if I'm not telling myself I'm an entrepreneur, if I'm not talking to other people about entrepreneurship, I could get lost in the fact that I am that still. Like that is a goal of mine, or the business goals we have. I got to keep that on my tongue. I got to keep it coming out my mouth because life and death is in the power of the tongue, as we read in the Bible. So I think that's another part of it too. Is like when y'all write these goals down, you want to write them down because that's powerful, but then you want to talk about it as much as possible. Because I know some people say, don't talk about stuff, just do. But hey, man, closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no ass, you ain't gonna get it. Like that's it. Like you better start talking about it.
Because you never know who you gonna talk to too, right?
Yep.
You never know who you gonna meet, what kind of connections you're gonna build off of that, just by not giving out your whole game plan, but sharing some of the things, some of the efforts that you're putting out there. It's people who are on the same page as you. You can build off of that. Like I've been seeing that crazy recently, bro. Like just a lot of the clients I've been working with, they always ask, like, oh yeah, do you do anything else? Like, yeah, I'm a professor, but I'm also president of a nonprofit. Boom. Like, oh, what nonprofit? Cool. Tell them a little bit about what we're doing. I done met probably like 3 other people who run nonprofits and things like that, and people who are in like just different kind of areas that can kind of help us out, right? So you never know who you're going to come across. So
you need to also be running that co-host of the podcast too. Be a light. You part of that too now, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta be giving them all of it, because as you give people more of who you are and you give them that bigger picture, then it helps people understand. Like, oh, let me help you out there because I can link you up with so and so. It's like I was telling you about that movie I was watching earlier. Shout out to the what was it, Black Godfather. That's a good movie, right? Or good show, or whatever it is. Documentary over what's his name? Avant. I'm losing his first name. I don't know. Avant. But bro pretty much made a living off of knowing people. and he was living a lifestyle that, you know, his social currency is what was attracting the things into his life. So it's important, y'all, to let people know what you believe in, what you're doing, what's your goals, you know, act on that. But when you talk about it, it just kind of keeps it in your space. You know, it keeps it around you, keeps you where you're supposed to be. You know, we need that. We need that reinforcement.
Clarence Avant.
Clarence Avant. There you go.
Man,
Clarence
I want to say Charles. Like, it ain't Charles.
Name Charles.
Charles. Chuck.
It ain't Chuck. Clarence went to a good college.
Clarence Perry had a real good marriage. Let me stop. But no. And then like you said, Kerry, talking about it, and then another thing I was reading earlier is like staying positive. I know so many people that's, you know, when they give advice to everybody else, they're positive. Then when they do something wrong, they so hard on themselves. They use so much negative talk. So positive talk, man. Wake up and say something good, like you said, positive affirmations. But even when you feel like everything's going wrong, try to stay positive. Even, you know, within yourself. Say, hey, I can get through this. Hey, it's hard. Like I said on my little goal, only I can stop me. You can't defeat me. Some days I wake up, I feel defeated, man. I'm like, dang, I'm already. I don't want to go to work. My head hurt. You know, this Omarion, my bad. Omicron going around. My bad, Omarion. It ain't you, man. But like, yeah,
it might be.
But nah, it's just I look at that board and I'm like, yeah. Sometimes that turned me up. You can't defeat me. I know I'm feeling bad, but watch this.
Yeah.
Positive self-talk.
Yeah. Give yourself grace, man.
Give yourself grace.
So, that's true.
There's this book I was reading, and then we could transition. But there's a book I was reading. It's called, and I want to give the credit to the book, whatever. The book I was reading was basically talking about how you have to be a cheerful giver of a gift. You also have to be a cheerful receiver of a gift. If you can't do both, then you're not going to be able to grow and to really have the abundance in your life that you want. So you have to be able to receive, and like somebody like myself, I'm hard on people giving me gifts. Like even Christmas, it was like, y'all don't give me nothing. Like I don't want nothing. Like, and I know a lot of men can attest to that. We don't really like, it's not the biggest thing for us to receive gifts. We'll give all day. I could give you gifts, be cheerful about it and all that, but to receive is a little bit different energy. But it's just like that grace, having that grace with yourself. It's almost like you feel like you don't deserve it, but you do though. Anything that you get that happens to you, you deserve that. So take it in and be thankful that, you know, either God or really God gave you every gift, but you know, who he's working through to get it to you, be cheerful in receiving it and be thankful, because that is a part of this full circle thing that we got going on. And that's why you're so hard on yourself when things go bad, because you don't think you deserve grace. Like, nah, you deserve grace too. Give yourself a break. Take a minute to recoup, you know, see what went wrong, fix it, let's move on, you know, and that'll help you out a lot throughout your life, because all them goals you ain't hitting 2021, hey, newsflash, we still here, we back, you know, you back at the beginning again, so what you gonna do? Sink or swim, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start sinking, go get your life raft, you know, call on the reinforcements, and you get back to where you need to get to, so.
It's real, you know, like cliche, people put that on social media all the time, but you got 365 new chances this year. Get up and make them count, man.
Yeah. We just talking about that. We talking about how it's already day 3 almost. We at 7 o'clock. It's like 2 days gone already, Jay Jones, just like that. It's like, what y'all doing? What you doing, baby? What you doing? What you doing? So we talking about doing, man. What we rolling into AB?
Yeah, what you doing, baby?
What you doing,
what
baby?
you doing, man?
Somebody give the people some background as to what Mr. Antonio Brown was doing in the NFL today.
Clowning. So literally everything but his rear end today. But so this is my thing. One, we can, as football players, as sports fans, we can speculate on brain injuries and things like that, which we've already done a little bit. So I'm not gonna really go into that. I'm gonna go into, when you have a second chance, make the most out of it. Right? When you get opportunities, when you've already either made a mistake, you made a fool out of yourself, whatever it is, and somebody says, you know what, because of what your abilities are, like, let's be real about it. It's not because people just say like, man, I really care about this dude. It's because of what his abilities are. If you have the ability to redeem yourself, bro. Like, try your hardest to do it. To the point where a couple of weeks ago, Bruce Arians came out and said, I didn't change my mind on this dude, right? Now he with us, and then boom, you come right back and you do something like this because you didn't want to go into the game. That's crazy. Like, fake an injury, say, man, my hamstring, go limp around the sideline, do something. But you can't do it that way, man. You know, we don't know what's going on with him personally. Like, I think Tom Brady came out and said that in the post-game interview. We hope he get the help that he needs and everything. But when you have a chance to make up for your shortcomings before, give it your all, man. Don't do the same things. Don't let yourself continue to fall into the same pitfalls. That's the real thing, right? And it's different little things, but it's all a bunch of nonsense that he done. At the end of the day, it's not like, man, it was just a mistake. No, these are controllable actions. You're doing controllable things and ruining your opportunities in life. So
yeah, he's making a conscious decision to do these things. Like, he's actually, well, I say conscious. He's doing these things. He does. You do have a fork in the road, man. Like, you can do this or this, and he's choosing to do the stuff that's embarrassing his family, his friends, his teammates. He's letting people down. He's getting second chances. He's taking money, and now people are like figuring out, like, are we gonna fire him? Are we gonna, it's like, I think AB truly, really should be getting help. Like, that man needs mental assistance. He needs help. I don't know. I don't think meds is always the answer, but he needs like a brain study or something like that, because at this rate, because it ain't been that long since his last trip out. So at this rate, I feel like you don't know what you're gonna get from AB next, man. Like, and this is very similar to different NFL players where we've seen them do, things that was like, man, why did he do that? Like, people publicly say things and kind of disgrace the player, but then nobody ever goes in and tries to find the root of the problem, and then we find them in a ditch somewhere. It's like, we gotta try to help these players. Don't give them a job, give them counseling first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just put him on a team because he's gonna give you a solid, 1,000 yards receiving, no matter who he play for. Get him help. Like, dude not right, bro. Like,
if Vontaze Burfict should be paying for it. Foot the bill, bro. You
Foot
did
the bill, bro. You did this.
Foot the bill, homie.
But look, the thing, like y'all said, they need to get him help. But is he crying for help? Like, is this really like, at least I'm not going? Because a lot of people go quiet, and we don't know what they're doing. Is AB? Bro, is he like, hey, y'all see, somebody help? Or
if I'm the Bucks, I'm not bringing you back on this team
to put on a
jersey. No, I'm just saying, though, like, any team, really, the Panthers, the Jaguars, I'm not bringing you on this team until you get some legitimate counseling for like a year. And studies on your brain. You got to get a CAT scan. You gonna have to go through a whole, bro, I'm not playing. Because what if you got CTE? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but yeah, I feel you.
We want to see if we can do what we can to help you out before you come out here and you start doing all this. I mean, I don't know. What y'all think?
I would take it as he is crying for help, though. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're doing stuff like, let's put it into reality. When you have a chance to make millions of dollars and you will willingly do something stupid to take that chance away from you, you have to be crying for help.
I think it's to the point where he like, y'all see, y'all see it, do something about it. Like, this man literally pumped the crowd up as he walked off the field.
Dude, tripping.
So is it like, don't sign me? Like, y'all see what's going on. Somebody that really cares about me, send me help. And I hope somebody that really cares about him sends him help. Like,
I think it's that, but I think it's also, some people just have a crazy sense of hubris, right? Like, I'm so cold, like, I can do this and I can get away with it. But that's, we always hear about the back and forth in sports where athletes get away with a lot of things that other people can't get away with. I think when you have a coach like Bruce Arians, who has said, nah, you're done now. After his, you can pull it up to video.
Let's show the people. What we talking about here.
Man.
Let's show the people what we talking about here. Oh, y'all, this is Mr. Antonio Brown.
Reminds you, there's a play going on right now. Like, Brady is calling a play as this is happening.
Jersey Could have been a penalty. Get after that. We gotta find out what's going on there. You gotta catch it first. It's unbelievable. He's his issues up.
Antonio Brown boiled over, very upset on the sideline, took off his shoulder pads. Mike Evans, O.J. Howard trying to convince him to keep them on. Obviously, they were unable to do so. He tossed his shoulder pads, stripped off his shirt and gloves, threw those into the crowd, and ran across the field while the teams were still on the field, giving the crowd a peace out sign. I'll let you know when we hear something official on his status.
Thank you, Jen. It may be an Antonio Brown out.
So this is what we're dealing with here. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about.
The hard thing about stuff like that, though, I'm thinking about it a little bit more. Yeah, he need help, but we know that money puts you in different situations. And AB got enough bread that he can afford to do something like that at the end of the day. I can't afford to strip at work and be like, I'm out, because the mortgage might not get paid the next month, right? He good. He not finna really be hurting for no money or nothing. So whether it's I think as athletes, we done all been there. I'm tired of, the way coaches is handling things. I'm not happy, whatever it is. We didn't always get the ability to just up and quit. But once you're $1 million athlete, you got a little bit more room for that. So it's hard to say what kind of help he really needs. Part of that video does show Mike Evans trying to sit there and talk to him like, bro, like, keep your pads on. Whether that's Mike saying, look, we need you on the team, or I don't want you to embarrass yourself, or whatever it is.
A little bit of both.
But
bro, did you not have teammates that was down to do that though? Like, not like in that fashion, but did you not have a teammate that was going to take their pads?
No. I had a teammate who did that in high school.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think we seen it on a grand scale. We seen it on, an NFL scale, but I always saw this on my teams. And I'm not going to bro, I used to be that guy at certain time. Not that guy, not that specific guy, but I had done things that was like, why did you? But I think it's like that. Like, when you in that mode and you don't, he needs help, bro. I'm going to say that. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. He needs help. And I think we need to stop acting like, we don't see it. He don't need no more jobs. Like, don't give AB another job in the NFL until this man gets some real help. And I don't care how excellent he looks in training on Twitter, because he's gonna be looking immaculate. He's gonna be showing everybody his routes are still as crisp as they ever were. But if y'all hire this man, just know what you're getting: a circus.
Y'all see the Marcus just text. This freedom that money provides help or hinder you as a person.
Yeah,
it does both. It amplifies who you are as a person. That's a great question, but it amplifies who you are. All right. If you already a wild card and I can really go out there and be a wild card and I'm gonna still be able to pay the bills, you go strip on the sideline and run across the field.
Yeah. Facts.
If you're a good person, it's gonna amplify you being able to be a good person. So
yeah, I mean, just think about like the Larry Fitzgeralds of the world. People like that they got the same money AB got, but they doing what they can with it to help the communities. They great football players, great men. You've never heard anything about Larry Fitzgerald. Like,
no, you don't ever.
Like, he just was a football player. I mean, they said he did some stuff for his community. And Larry Fitzgerald made hella money. So, money just make you like Nate said. You don't really change who you are. It amplifies who you are. So.
Money is a transfer of energy, bro. Like, I feel like your energy is worth this money, so I pay you this money. And doesn't mean that it makes anything about you better or worse than somebody else. It's just a transfer of energy. It's how I reciprocate you for the energy you give my entity, you give my audience, you give my whatever. So it's like, I mean, yeah, your money gonna allow you to do a lot more. Like, it's going to allow you to do a lot more. But what you do with it, I mean, that's totally on you. And it can amplify somebody that's got an issue. It'll magnify those issues. It'll make those issues look bigger. Like, it doesn't get, you are free of that lack issue. So I'm not lacking anything. So I'm not working at a lack. I'm good. So now it's, the bird going to all of y'all, because I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about you, because y'all don't have nothing to do with, y'all can't take this money out of my pockets. That makes somebody a little more rambunctious, out there, whatever. Or some people would be like, well, because I got all this money, I can give to all of y'all. Since I'm just a good person and I love helping people, I can give to all of y'all. I'm not even tripping on it. I give you this, you this, you this. That people crying, thank you so much, but they ain't tripping on it because that's them anyway. So it's like that's how it's.
Let's say John Harbaugh, Michigan coach. You get bonuses for the bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Nate. But he gave. As a person, man, he gave us bonus money to the people who lost some of their money. With the COVID thing, a lot of people got the jobs cut and everything. So John Harbaugh was like, I don't need, I'm rich. Give that money to people who need it. So just a little example, being a good person.
I say this, I had this conversation with somebody really close to me, and they was telling me about and they were talking about our podcast. Actually, this is why I'm bringing it up to y'all. They was like, why y'all always talk about what people got to do for other people? You know what I'm saying? Like, why people always got to do something for somebody else? Like, what if they don't want to do nothing for nobody else? What if they just worried about themselves? To which I said, you know what? That makes sense. I get that some people are worried about themselves, but you just got to know, if you're one of them people that's worried about yourself, there's going to come a time when you need somebody else. And when you don't get that help, or when you don't get that assistance or that word in or that job, you just got to chalk it up to the fact that you have not given out that energy at enough of a rate to where it's coming back to you the way you want. Like, you just got to know that. Like, you can't get upset. And I don't think anybody can, even if you are giving. But when you're not doing for others, you just got to know that your frequencies don't match that anyway. Like, just be aware. You're not helping yourself. So I would put that there. So, but man, we could transition a little bit. So we had another topic on there. We're talking about a little more football type situation. Can't see my chat right now.
Deion.
Oh yeah, Deion. So Deion. Prime time you. Deion doing this thing over there with Jackson State, who went, I think, 9-2 this year. And he was on a walker or a wheelchair half the year, in and out, a scooter or whatever he had going on. But he had a little surgery with his toe. But they had a great season. A couple of weeks ago, they ended up picking up, I think, the top defensive back recruit in the nation. In the nation.
Recruit in the nation, man.
Number 2 recruit in the nation. And then backdoored today with getting one of the top, I think he was a 4-star recruit that went to South Carolina Gamecocks. And he ended up transferring over after his freshman year to Jackson State today. So Deion's starting a wave. And what that wave is he's bringing in the top recruits to an HBCU in a fashion that we ain't never seen before. But within the Black community, I feel like it's always been talked about. Like, it's always been like a little conversation. Like, even Jarrell, remember like last year, maybe we first started the podcast, we was talking to Jerome. Shout out to Jerome. We had him on the podcast. We was chopping it up about how to get, young Black kids that want to be interested in HBCUs. Because it's like, how do you sell an HBCU when, they don't have the facilities, they don't have the media marketing, all that. So they don't have half the stuff that these bigger schools have. But Deion's like bumped that. Like, hey, look, like, you want to come have fun, turn up, have a good time, play with great players, win championships, come over here. And it's like, these kids are buying in. So to me, it looks like the culture, that culture is they always say culture crushes everything else in every single way, like every form of of a group, or organization. Like, they say culture is big. But like, now when I'm looking at this though, it's like, this is a culture within a culture to me. Like, it's like these kids see it like as a chance, like, man, I can go over there and like really be a pioneer. You know what I'm saying? If you want to top recruits, you can go in there and really turn your whole family up at an HBCU. So what y'all think about this? What's y'all mindset on this?
I think I just got to keep it going, man. That's like, I feel like for a long time, the reason why it wasn't happening was as simple as kids didn't think they were going to get a shot at the NFL. It's been a few, here and there, the Jerry Rices, the Michael Strahans, people like that, who have gone to HBCUs and they've made and have been successful in the league. Some of it is just opportunity. I think that's what the real thing a lot of these kids going to school for is the opportunity to get to the next level, right? So seeing some of the elite players go there, you go out there and you ball and you still get your opportunity, that door is going to continue to open up wider and wider. But like you mentioned already with the facilities and things like that, it's about the investment that the Black community is putting there, right? Put more Black money there, build these schools up, even if that's not your alma mater. Be a fan. Be a fan of Jackson State just because Dion is there. Where did Hugh Jackson go? To Grambling or something like that?
Mhm.
So it's gonna be schools that can use the support. If we continue to support them, continue to build them up, and now we have more resources to bring these kids in, I think you see it continue to grow. But it's hard to compete when you're dealing with, the couple $1 billion worth of Alabama over there, or whatever, these schools are worth. So you just got to continue to build on it.
Yeah, that's true. The money is a big part of that. Jay Jones, what you think?
Like they said, man, if we support our Black schools and we build up our Black schools, our facilities can look just like Alabama facilities. But it would take like Nate said earlier, like Diddy and these Black billionaires to come support, and not just Jackson State, because I think Dion there helps Jackson State. Maybe support some other schools and get them on the same level as the Jackson States or whatever. If we can get the whole SWAC looking like their own little league, and in their own little get their facilities up, then Black kids want to come there. Then they get to enjoy, learn their culture while they're in school, and play football and still go to the NFL. This kid, I think his name's Travis Hunter. That's who signed to Jackson State, number 2 recruit. He's probably, as long as he goes out there and balls, he'll still be a first-round pick because you can go play anywhere. The scouts gonna come see him, so the scouts gonna be at Jackson State. So when other kids see, hey man, they got the New York Giants, the New York Jets, Dallas Cowboys at Jackson State, I can go to Jackson State and still get picked in the first round. That exposure makes the school like more marketable. It's like, well, he went to Jackson State, he's a first round pick, so I can do that too. And the next kid see that. And you know how these kids, they click up now. So if you get 5 or 6 kids going to Jackson State, or like I say, not just Jackson State, Grambling or Texas Southern or Southern University, anywhere. If we can get kids to click up, go there, get scouts to come see their school, maybe even expose somebody else that nobody even knew about, then we all come up. So
yeah,
that's really.
Nah, I think that's real talk though, and I think it's crazy too when you look at it. Like, we talking about money. Dion didn't really. I feel like Dion did it with their attention though, because Barstool Sports took over like his whole like documentary, right? So they had that whole documentary of how he got into the position, and they kind of put all of that on social media. Yes, all you see when it comes to like college football, you see I know on Snapchat, the little stories, they would always have it running on my stories, I guess because of the videos I've looked at in the past, things like that. And I feel like if I'm seeing that, that means these kids are seeing that as well. And that attention is what they want. They want to be on social media. They want to be on there, saying in the locker room. I remember Young Dolph, he had Young Dolph, RP Dolph, he had him in the locker room and they're turning up with the players and stuff like that. It's that culture piece that's the most important thing for these kids, bro. It's like they want to be able to be themselves and be within the culture and ball and be able to go to the league. That's what we all wanted. We all wanted to play for Deion Sanders as kids. Like we all wanted to have that coach that was going to let us just be ourselves, completely ourselves, and then hold us accountable as well. But like, you know what I'm saying? Go turn up with the guys, the best players. Like we all wanted that. So shout out to Deion for doing that, man. That's dope. I'm with the movement. But D Money put something in the message. He said, does the ability for players to make money hurt the larger universities? What y'all think about that?
It doesn't hurt the larger universities. It's just gonna make them compete harder. Honestly, I mean, it's not like they ain't been playing payers before. Like just do it above board. Like
you let the cat out the
here's
bag.
$1 million, hell deal. That's cool. Like before, I had to get your mama a job at the school. Now she can stay at the crib.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Just think if, like we said, the schools in the SWAC. Just think if Diddy if a kid wanted to be a musician, Diddy gave him an NIL deal.
Yep, you gotta drop 3 mixtapes if you sign to this school.
I mean, I don't know about the mixtape, but you could come produce a couple songs. But yeah, or mixtape, or you could just advertise my music. Just think if Diddy came and did that, man, or Rick Ross came and was like, "Hey, man, get a Maybach chain." Just anything that can do with this NIL deal for the SWAC. So this NIL can, like they said, it can really turn us up if we use it right. So, because we have a lot of kids that want, like you said, that attention, And if they can get that attention and get NIL deals from people they look up to, I mean, yeah, like DeMarcus just said, Deion Sanders' son got a NIL deal with Tom Brady. So Deion having those connections, I think he can use that NIL turn the swag up. So
so speaking on the NIL tip, you know about the Horns for Hearts, huh, Drill? The Horns for Hearts. So all the old linemen that go to UT get paid. What is it? They get paid $50K just for being an old lineman for UT, bro. Like as soon as you show up, you get $50K. You play online for UT. Horns down. You pay online for UT, you get $50K. It's like what? Like the NIL is definitely it's making it more business like, but I did some research, bro. Like it's like the average player that's getting an NIL deal is getting $600 at the deal. So it ain't like everybody getting broke off. I mean, it's still early in the infancy stages of it, but I think it is going to be pretty dope to see how it kind of develops because, I mean, everybody knew that people was getting paid. Like Nate said, there was people that was getting paid. You got, on the larger scale, we saw, the Reggie Bushes and the LeBron James. Well, not LeBron, but LeBron was in high school. Well, kind of, you throw them in there. You could throw, talk about just a lot of different.
Bro, somebody would offer LeBron $5 million to come to school. Easy.
You know what I'm saying? And
think about Cam. When Cam, what?
Bro, the money always been there. Like it's always been there. And it was just kind of something like where it was like, all right, well, boosters and whatever. But now it's like, it's going to be interesting. I don't think it's bad though. I think it's all good because the players deserve it, man. Like being a college athlete is hard as hell. Like it is not easy financially. I don't care if you're getting paid or not because you don't even know how to manage your money like that anyway, which also should be something else they should teach cats when they start giving them money. Like if I cut a deal with you and I'm doing an NIL deal, I need to be giving you some breakdown as to how you need to spend this or how I recommend that you spend this money, Porsche spending, if you start accumulating credit card debt, this is what's going to turn into. Like we gave you money, but you will owe people back and stuff like that. So, it's important, man. It's important. What did we say? Deion Sanders' son. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Matter of fact, that's shout out to one of my guys, David Cook. He's the head of the U of A School of Business. And shout out to U of H as a whole for doing this. But that's actually one of the programs that they're developing there. Is because of the NIL stuff, they are doing. I forgot how many classes he said it was, but they're making a program to go more into marketing yourself, understanding like your sponsorships, things like that, and building that as an educational aspect for the kids that's going to school there. Because as the coach once said, you're student first, athlete second.
Yep, facts. Did you see that? Bro, I just killed the bug on my screen. I just had to.
Well, you killed the bug.
Yeah, I had a little mosquito. It was kind of like I had to smack it on the screen, and then it was like yeah. Anyway. Good. Yeah, you're a student. Yeah, you're a student first, athlete second, though, for sure. That's dope, though. I might need to link up with your boy, though, bro, because that's when I've been like, that's been on my heart lately, though. It's helping these student athletes as far as like getting them deals, like just getting them. Like, because you could get a deal with any company, like, that's a write-off. Why wouldn't a company give an athlete money to market? Like, that's part of your marketing. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
We need to come up with something to give a kid an NIL deal.
We on it.
To a school.
Be a
prosperous people. Be a light.
Yeah.
Click it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna get free vending machine snacks from Jones.
Yeah.
A couple of t-shirts.
Yep. Link them up. It would be good. After that, have them running around here. They just be part of the army. Be a light army. That's what we're gonna do for the mentees, really. That's what we're gonna do for the mentees. That's gonna be in the works. But
hey, Kerry.
What's up?
How do you feel about that Christmas giveaway thing, man?
Man, I feel like it was great. Did we talk about it on here?
We ain't talked since then.
We ain't talked since then?
Well, we talked, but we ain't talked on here since then.
Nah, it was amazing. So the venue was dope, bro. It was super, super like impactful for my family. Like my mom's out there and my daughter's out there and a whole bunch of people's out there. And bro, it just felt so good to be able to give somebody something and they like look like they really was appreciative. Like, man, thank you. So yeah, we going back. Well, we got to keep going back. It was cold now. I ain't dressed for the seasons.
Next year, be ready. Be ready.
Yeah, I'm definitely bringing my jacket because that little shirt I had on with that undershirt wasn't doing it, bro. I was trying to thug it out, but it was real out here. But nah, bro, it's amazing though, and I appreciate y'all for letting us come and you know what I'm saying, be a part of that. That was dope.
DeMarcus on your butt right now, man.
Wow, what do you say?
You talking about first of all, it said the free vending machine. You talking about free? Then you talking about you said have we talked since? Then he talking about you ain't been here since.
DeMarcus, how you doing all this texting? You ain't on here. How you doing all this texting? You ain't on here, bro. You got like you could have been on here doing all the talking. Like next time DeMarcus say he came in the podcast, we just gonna have him on here anyway. I'm gonna put him on FaceTime. Because he's gonna watch it anyway. But man, it's been a good one. Brothers, y'all got any last words for the people?
Make it count, man. 2022. 363 days, I guess. We two in the phone.
2 in the
You
hole.
already in there gone, so make it count. Let's make it count. Be great. Like I said, write your little goals. Only you can stop you. Don't let nothing else stop you. So
Yes, sir.
All right, bet that up, man.
Make it a prosperous year, man.
Let's get
prosperous
it.
people.
Yep, and we out.